Getting discounts from your suppliers is the most important aspect of this wholesale business. Without it, don't expect to grow past $100,000 a month. It will be super, super hard. In this video, I'm going to show you the fastest and most effective way to ask for them discounts. Let's not waste any time. Let's jump right in. Here's our price list. It's really just a typical price list that we get from a supplier, but there's a few key points of information that we want to upload to our scanner because it's very important in this whole process. It's what speeds it up. So we want to include the item number, the barcode, the description, and of course the price. Very important we include these points of information. It's how we're going to do things much, much faster. Let's head over to Astro now. So here's Astro. Now, it's important when we're asking for discounts, what are we really asking for? We're asking for discounts on products that are going to sell in high volume because a supplier will not be willing to give you a discount on a product that you only ask for a few units of. But if you're asking for 100 units of a product or 1,000 units, for example, they'll be much, much more willing to offer you that awesome discount. So that's what we need to target. We need to target the products that sell in very high volume, but secondly, they need to be safe. So it's very important that the products that we display to our supplier are going to be the products that have the ability to become very profitable and sell in very high volume. So let's start doing our filtering and sorting. Now, what I like to do is I like to sort by sales in the past month first. So notice now we have all the products that sell in the highest volume up at the top. 100,000 sales per month, 50,000 sales per month, 40,000 sales per month. Now, these are all dominated by Amazon. You see Amazon's in the buy box on all of these products. Of course, we don't want to sell up against Amazon. So I like to filter them out. So we're going to start applying some filters. So the first one that we're going to do is Amazon. Buy box is Amazon is going to be false. So we're going to remove all the ones where Amazon's in the buy box. Now, another very important way to filter, to remove basically, is we want to remove all the products that sell for a very cheap price because there won't be much room for profit. So I like to remove all the products that have an $8 buy box or less. So we're only going to include the products that are $8 or more. So I'm going to say buy box price is more than $8. Next, of course, we want to target only the products that sell in very high volume. So we're going to go bought in the past 30 days and we say more than 50. Now, I see a lot of products over here with IP alerts and hazmat alerts. Some have brand as a seller alert. So we want to remove them from our search as well. So I'm going to click here and say IP alerts issues is less than low. So only products with no IP issues, because of course we don't want to get our account deactivated. We want to remove all those types of products that could be a threat. We want to remove them every time. We don't want to sell them at all. I'm not going to sell any products that are hazmat because that just means extra costs in shipping and stuff like that. So I'm going to remove all the products that are hazmat. That's going to be false there. Now, lastly, here's a very important filter that we're going to do. If a product has a $15 loss, and the product only costs $20, for example, it's very hard for that product to be profitable. Let's say, for example, there's a product that costs us $20 to buy, original price from our supplier, and it has a $1 loss. Now, if our supplier is able to give us a $6 discount, for example, that means that product's going to become a $5 profit. So we want to target products that have a small loss that could become profitable if they were priced correctly by our supplier. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to say in the filter section, I'm going to say profits to be more than minus $2. Now, you can use a different number. I like to use this number, but if the products are very expensive, so let's say you're looking at a supplier that has hardware or some type of stuff like that, you might put minus $20 or minus $30 because a lot of those products, they might cost $200 or $300 just to buy them. So it's feasible for there to be a $20 or $30 discount. So it depends on the types of products you're looking at. So I'm going to go ahead and hit apply now. And we've got 42 items. These are 42 strong items that we're going to ask for a discount on. So you notice some of these sell 1,000 units a month, 900, 800, 500, 300. So these are high volume products. Next, we want to download this as an Excel spreadsheet. Here's the Excel spreadsheet that we downloaded from Astro. Now, the great thing in here is that you have a lot of key points that you can use and you can send off to your supplier. So firstly, our supplier will not need to see the ASIN. So I'm going to remove this. I'm going to go ahead and delete this. Now, a very key point of information in the way we're going to request the discount is to include the bought in the past month. So I'm going to Control F here and find the column with the bought in the last 30 days. And it's right there. So I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to go ahead to the start. I'm just going to paste it right in there. Awesome. Now the supplier doesn't need to know our prep costs. So I'm going to delete that column and I'm going to move the product cost column just to the front over here. Okay. Now every other column I can just delete. All right, great. They're gone. So now we have all the products that we're looking to buy, all these products. There are 43 in this list. So this was a small list. There was only 1,000 UPCs to begin with, 2,800 products on our scanner. And we got 40 items here, or 42 items. Sometimes I might have a product list with around 5 or 10,000, and I end up requesting a discount on 400 or 500 different ASINs. So this one is only 42 products, so nice and simple. Now the next part is how many we're going to request from our supplier if they give us a discount. So what I want to do is I want to create a new column over here, and I'm going to call it request. And in the request column, I'm going to say this equals. Now we can't request the exact amount that's in the bought in the last 30 days. It's best to try to request a percentage of that. So I'm going to assume that we're going to request 40% of whatever's in there. So I'm going to say that equals times 0.4. So now, for example, for this ASIN right here, for this SKU, we're going to request 400 units if they give us, and what the best price they can give us on that. So I'm going to go ahead and apply 40% to the entire column. So now I'm going to copy this. I'm just going to repaste that there as values. And now I'm going to delete this. And that became like that. That's why we copied it as the value. So I'm just going to paste that in. Here's the most important part. We're going to create a new column and we're going to call it either best price, or we can call it requested price. You can choose. Now, if you want to actually request a specific price from your supplier, you can go ahead and type a number in there. Or you can just ask them to give you their best price possible. Now, either or, you have to kind of suss out your supplier how they work, but I'll show you what you can do. Now, in the best price, you don't do anything basically. You just keep it empty and you just wait for them to give you their best price. But in the request price, what I like to do is I like to request a 30% discount. So what I do is I say this equals that times 0.7, and we have our price right there. So that's the price that we're requesting for this ASIN. From 73 cents, we're requesting that we're going to buy we're going to buy 400 units of this if they can drop the price to 51 cents. So I'm going to apply this to the whole column, and this is basically what I'm sending them. Now, I try to entice them a bit by saying what the total would be if we went ahead with these purchases. So I say this equals that times that. And now I'm going to apply that to the entire column as well. And then I like to tally the whole thing up. So this is how I ask for discounts. So I get all the fastest moving products, I find them, I pinpoint them, and I look at them, and I request a discount on those products. I remove all the undesirable products, all the products that have IP alerts and all these different types of issues that I want to avoid, and I target the products that sell in very high volume that have the ability to become profitable. They'll come back to me and say, here's the lowest we can go. We can drop it, 10 cents, 20 cents, $1, $3. We can go down 15%, 12%. It doesn't really matter. They'll send you back a price list of the best prices they're willing to go to. Now you're going to grab that specific price list and you're going to re-upload that to Astro. You're going to find your winners. You're going to find the products that make sense, and you're going to buy those products. The more price lists that you can process, the higher your chance of success in this Amazon wholesale business. It's very important to make the most out of every single opportunity, every single price list that you're looking at. See the profit in every single one. If you go for these discounted products, you can get some nice prices for some high sales volume products, especially if you have a bit of capital. It can really work very well. If you can come up to these suppliers with $20,000 and $30,000 orders, they'll be much more willing to allow that discount for you. I hope you got value out of this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. If you want to have access to other sellers that are killing it on Amazon, join our Telegram group. There are experienced sellers there, and there are also people that are just starting out, and they're all helping each other achieve great results. Thank you very much again, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.